And why is the military better than going directly to college from high school? Because, listen to this, folks. If you put 4 years in the military and you make E5, not everyone's going to make E5. It's not that hard if you study. And I was in the Air Force, where they say, oh, rank's hard to get. I made E5 in 3 years. Might have been 3 years and 11 months, but I made it. My first time testing. And of course, I was with a bad evaluation because I wasn't always politically correct. But you're making 60 plus thousand, like I think it was 63,000 a year with rent money and food money that's not taxed. The only tax is your base pay. In college, they're getting out making 56,000. And you see all these Gen Zs, they're crying they can't get a job. They can't get minimum wage jobs with college degrees. Okay. Thumbs up, share the information, subscribe, leave a comment, not continue. Because in the military, it's just a job. I always say it's a job with a twinge of excitement. You try to get in the Air Force or Space Command, because they're probably the hardest ones to get in, but they're the least physical, unless that's what you want. The Air Force does have special forces. I always used to call them special forces with brains. Pararescue is destroy the plane, rescue the pilot. So they go through all the same special forces training as all the other ones. Scuba, demolition, survival, jump school, all the special forces schools. And they're medics. And the other one are combat controllers. Those are air traffic controllers. They sit on a mountaintop and call in the airstrikes. But you got to want to do that stuff. And more power to those guys. But advancement in the military, unlimited. Harder you work, the further you advance. Nothing stops you but your competition and yourself. If you want to get distracted by booze and chasing the opposite sex, which, hey, I understand, it's hard to do. But, you can't beat world-class technology. Training of the future. Can't beat it, folks. And it's free. Matter of fact, all training in the Air Force is college accredited. All your instructors in the Air Force have college degrees. So you can always... I work with a lot of teachers saying, oh, there's no money in teaching. Well, then they should have joined the military because it all pays the same. And you get paid a hell of a lot more. Because the further you advance, higher up the ranks, the more money you're going to make. Okay. Travel. You can pay 10 grand and go travel the world for 2 weeks. Maybe do a cheap trip for 5 grand each. Or you can join the military. I lived in England for 2 years. Drove a BMW. I blew the engine in 6 months. Of course, it was used. Then I drove a Lancia Beta 2000, Italian car. I sold that one, and I got a French Citroen. That thing was fun too. And hydraulics, and lift up, sit on the ground, lift up. But lots of great stories. The military can't be beat. And of course, how much you paying for a gym membership? Going to a golf course. All Air Force bases have golf courses, have gyms. Racquetball courts, you name it, tennis courts, swimming pools, all that's free. That's why, okay, listen up, guys, this is for you. A lot of women want to marry military guys because they get all the same benefits without having to put up with the crap. Okay, education benefits are unmatched. Like I said, they paid for 3 of my college degrees. I was a cop for the first 5 years. I got the criminal justice degree. Then I did civil engineering for 3 years. Got the mechanical electrical technology degree. Then I went recruiting the last 12 because it paid me more, enlisted. And I got the business administration degree. But I like going to school. School's a beautiful thing. And the government picks up the tab. And the new GI Bill, that'll pay for any state school nowadays. Some guys are getting out. I'm getting $600,000 to learn how to fly helicopters, from the small ones to the big ones. Unbelievable. But there's always workarounds for just about anything. And you're not going to find a job that gives you more satisfaction. Especially nowadays, people aren't satisfied with their jobs, so they keep changing. And if you want to advance in life, you got to stick with the same company. In the military, you're not going to go wrong. Because everyone loves you. You know, every store gives you discounts. Home Depot, Lowe's, you name it, restaurants. They'll give you 10% off just because you're that 1% that served the country and they protect, and you protect them. And security, you got job security in the military. Because you're not going to lose your job unless you screw up. You don't want to show up to work, or you want to do drugs. You know, you want to commit crime. You want to fight with the wrong folks. You know, that's on you. But now let's compare college. Let's see. Get in debt, what, $50, $60, $100,000? Don't go to a third-rate college and get a third-rate degree. I'm telling you, that's totally worthless. And then you're in debt. You know, and who's gonna influence you for the rest of your life? You want the college professors? If they're smart and they're great, fantastic. Because I've had some great college instructors, FBI agents. You know, even I had a poetry class once. A guy really didn't like me when I told him poetry was like reading a comic book. You know, just, you know, maybe entertaining, but not a whole lot of value in it. He didn't really like me because I think he was an alternative lifestyle guy. Because he thought poetry was the driving force of the world. Because again, watch who influences you. You know, in the military, all upbeat, positive. People have young, beautiful bodies because they're staying in shape. Compared to, what is it, 20% of our population in the United States is now overweight? Or is it 30? Or 3 out of 5? And how many have mental health problems? You know, you're not going to have, you know, this nonsense in the military, because if you're not stable, you're not going to stay in. And then you come under another organization, Veterans Affairs. Of course, in the civilian world, you know, I'm sure it's all the same. Everyone's got anxiety nowadays, except there's not the umbrella. They just put you on drugs. You know, watch other YouTube videos. You want the ultimate drug, folks? Just go running. Have a good day. That's it for today. I say forward this message to anyone that could use it. The military is an excellent opportunity for everyone. Leave a comment, thumbs up, and I appreciate you.